Guys, hello, and welcome to your February videos, and welcome to Aquarius season, where, needless to say, things get a bit weird and strange and otherworldly. So, as always, guys, I have a little intro video for you, and I want to explain the look. Where my Naruto fans at? Got my little headband. So, I would have loved to dress up like an alien or some sort of weird figure for you guys, but I'll have to save that for when I get further in my journey. But what I was able to do is bring out my mist headband. And of course, you know me, I love themes, I love symbolism. So in my videos for February, I'm going to be wearing this mist headband. This is a Naruto headband for those of you who are Naruto fans. I am going to say I have not watched Naruto as much as I would like to. But this headband was given to me as a gift by a Gemini, my Gemini brother-in-law, and it was years ago. I had no idea really what it meant, but it was so cool. And my brother, he always wore a leaf one. He always wore one, so I always took an interest in that. Like, ooh, what's on your head? Like, that's so cool, you know. So he gave me one, and it just kind of gained depth over the time. You know, I'm a water sign. Gemini is an air sign, and this is mist. So mist is kind of air and water together. And guys, we are in a very misty time as we speak today. So I thought it would be really, really cool to bring out my mist headband, put it right over my third eye. You might not be able to see me in all the videos. I think it's just going to be my hands this month again. But I will be wearing this mist headband over my third eye as a symbol to communicate emotions. It's like emotional intellect. And I think that this month, guys, you know, Aquarius and Pisces, we share the month of February. And, you know, right now as I record these, it's February 12th. And you'll probably be seeing these around the 14th or the 15th. I wanted to get the video up. I always upload my videos around the 15th of the month. So you'll probably be seeing this within the next couple of days. And, you know, I was just kind of thinking about the energies this month, and they're very, very strange. Okay, that's why I started the video out with the weird sci-fi, you know, music, because it's a very strange time. Aquarius, I believe, we're going to be talking a lot about Aquarius season. I'm going to talk more about Pisces season in March, but, you know, water and air are very much meeting up. In fact, there's always an air sign on the zodiac wheel before a water sign, like Gemini, Cancer, you know what I mean, or Libra, Scorpio. So water, air always brings in water in our universe. And Aquarius and Pisces symbolize the last two zodiac signs of the wheel. We have Aquarius, the 11th house of groups and community, humanitarian, friends, all of that. And then we have Pisces, the 12th house. Astrologers often group Pisces and Aquarius together. Aquarius is the water bearer. So in the star card, which might come up in our videos this month, we have the lady who pours water on land and pours water in the pond, because Aquarius is a multitasker who nourishes both the past and the future. So there's that kind of duality there of the multitasking, of the both pouring of the water. And I always thought it was interesting that Aquarius is the water bearer, and then it's like Aquarius pours the water that Pisces swims in. And Pisces is the 12th house. It's the subconscious house. It's the last house of our zodiac. We are headed into that time, guys. On February 19th, the sun will enter Pisces, and a lot is going to shift, all right? We have an Aquarius eclipse. And so since we're headed into the astrology portion of the intro video, I'll just go ahead and share with you what I have here. So I wanted to talk briefly about that eclipse that happened on January 31st. It happened at the last day of January. We had two moons last month. I do believe we'll have two moons this month as well, because that's how the months are kind of lining up energy-wise. That eclipse was pretty gnarly. Okay, we're entering eclipse season now, and we have another eclipse on the 16th, I believe. On the 15th, I'm sorry, and that'll be a solar eclipse. So we kind of, we had a Leo eclipse back in August 2017, And those energies were kind of closed out by the lunar eclipse in Leo on January 31st. Very life-changing, you guys. That eclipse was very much intense for me. It was in my 6th house. So, you know, and Leo is the 5th house of our whole universe. So it had everything to do with our authentic selves. I actually have a video where I talk a little bit about the eclipse, and I will be putting another video up for the solar eclipse. The solar eclipse on the 15th. So if you want to check that video out, more about that lunar eclipse, then go ahead and check my other videos out. But I did want to talk briefly about those changes. Okay, guys, I'm going to be talking more about that eclipse in each of our videos for our zodiac sign. So go ahead and if you want to like stand by, and definitely more information coming about that. So the major shifts happening this month, I would say we have a lot of Aquarius energy. For the first half of the month, we had Venus in Aquarius, which is very, very interesting. And Venus shifted into Pisces on February 10th, which was a couple days ago. So we've had this very Venusian, Piscean energy. Venus is in our 12th house subconscious of the universe. Very spiritual, very emotional, very sensitive and unconditional. I might talk a little bit more about that, but Venus is in Pisces, you guys. And she'll be there for, I think, until March sometime. And then, of course, we have Valentine's Day on the 14th, if any of you celebrate Valentine's Day. Now, see, with me, I don't really care too much for the holidays. They, you know, as I get more spiritual, it gets harder and harder for me to, you know, kind of follow these man-made holidays. But I do see them more as a ritualistic behavior. I see them more as, you know, I always look at the holidays as a little bit deeper, you know, like Christmas and Easter. I don't celebrate it like maybe the normal person would, but I do work with the energies. So this is all about love, right? Valentine's Day is all about love. I think it's just to make money. It's just like a huge marketing opportunity for companies, especially candy companies and card companies, but whatever. I guess you have to make your money somehow. So for me on Valentine's Day, I'll be doing a lot of Venus rituals. I'll be spreading a lot of love out into the divine universe, and I will be doing some surprise giveaways that day that I will just leave, and you'll find that out in a couple days, guys. So yes, we have Valentine's Day, kind of just moving down the line here. So we have an Aquarius new moon solar eclipse on the 15th. Very special day there, guys. I'm going to do a video all about those energies and what I think they'll mean for us. I did want to take a note here. I was researching. You want to be careful on Valentine's Day, guys, and you want to be careful on the new moon, because on that day we're going to have a very interesting aspect with Jupiter and Juno, okay? I will talk more about that in the Aquarius video and in the Scorpio video this month, and I will also talk about that in my new moon video. So if you're interested in that, you can do your own research, or you can just stand by, and I will definitely be coming out with some information there, okay? So we have the Chinese New Year on February 16th. We're going to be entering the Year of the Dog. So I have someone pretty close to me born in 1982, and there's other years as well, but so if you're born in 1982, you are Year of the Dog as well, but there are other years. It's very easy to find out your Chinese zodiac. I'm Year of the Boar. So, you know, some of you may have that in common with me. And others of you may have Year of the Dog. Now, Year of the Dog is a very loyal, you know, time. I believe that, you know, the Chinese zodiac is a little bit different than the Western astrology, but I'm going to be doing a little bit more research. I just know that loyalty and obedience, that comes up a lot with the Chinese zodiac Year of the Dog. And if you are a dog, if you are born in the Year of the Dog, you're a very loyal person as well, very a strong confidant, you know, just like a dog. It's very interesting, the symbolism there. So I wanted to mention that there. A lot of stuff going on for February, guys, and I'm just mentioning this because these are the shifts that we're going to be experiencing, right? So as we move on down, on the 17th, Mercury enters Pisces. Mercury is in Aquarius right now, guys, and he's been in Aquarius for a while, and he'll be there until the 17th. Now that's going to bring a lot of different aspects to our mental communication. It's going to bring a lot of, that's Mercury meeting the subconscious, right? So we're going to have a lot to do with our We're going to have a lot of work to do with our conscious and our subconsciouses. I might even try to squeeze in a video about that. I have a lot of videos to put out this month. And then, of course, after the 17th, we have the sun entering Pisces, okay? So this is going to be interesting, you guys, especially for me. You know, I'm a Pisces, so this energy, I'm trying to utilize this as much as I can. The fact that I'm just pretty much on a different world, my subconscious is very much being called. A lot of planets are going to be entering Pisces, right? And this, see, Pisces is all zodiac signs. Pisces is all zodiac signs combined into one sign. So something I like to say about Pisces is that whatever is going on with Pisces, you want to pay attention to, because that's what's going on in the universe is subconscious. So just because the sun's in Pisces, it technically means that the sun is everywhere, right? Venus is in Pisces. That means Venus is everywhere. So no matter if you're a Gemini or you're a Cancer or if you're a Taurus, the energy is affecting you because Pisces has a little bit of each sign in them, you know what I mean? So very, very interesting season to be coming up on. You know, I would say the same about Aquarius, because Aquarius stands for community, and a community is a group of people. It's so interesting how these astrology signs and how astrology kind of maps out the way that our universe truly is. So we have that 11th house and we have that 12th house. So I definitely wanted to bring out my mist headband for the water air energy. And I definitely wanted to speak a lot about emotional intellect. I'll be talking about that a little bit more in the Aquarius new moon video. But it's a lot of emotion, guys. I think a lot of us are really searching for emotional clarity right now. You know, we could be having a heavy emotional thoughts right now. And that's because of the energy that Aquarius and Pisces share. You know, Aquarius and Pisces are very strange zodiac signs. We're very mysterious. We hang out at the bottom of the zodiac wheel, just chilling in our different realms. You know, Aquarius are the aliens, Pisces are the fairies, the mermaids, anything mysterious, mythological, anything that has to do with fantasy. So when we enter these sort of realms, you know, our mental states and our perceptions can get a little skewed. So you might want to grab a Pisces friend or an Aquarius friend around this time and just, you know, observe them, not in a creepy analytical way, but just try to, you know, jive with them. And, you know, if you study or take note of what a Pisces and an Aquarius is going through right now, you can kind of relate that to the collective. You can kind of relate that to our subconscious as a whole. So, you know, guys, very interesting time here. Very interesting time indeed. We are reaching the end of a cycle. Come Aries season next month, guys, we are going to be experiencing the astrological new year. I can't wait to talk more about that in March. And as far as the astrology portion goes, that's all that I have for you there. And of course, there's more weird stuff to talk about, but it has more to do with just the readings that I'm doing this month. So as far as the readings, I am seriously so excited because, you know, I'm a Pisces, you know, all this weird energy is going on right now. Well, I'm going to give you guys straight up intuitive readings. These readings are going to be straight up channeled, and I'm so excited. And now, for those of you who don't know what that means, it means that there is no structure. And, you know, I'm very, very psychic, especially around these times, guys. I'm coming up on my solar return. I'm going to be on Earth for another year. So these things are very, very, I'm very affected by these things is what I'm trying to say. I'm actually going to light some sage here for the collective. I actually was so excited that I did not sage before my video, but now we will sage together. So go ahead and breathe this in, and since I'm a Pisces, this is definitely available for you. Anyone who's watching, if you just need, I just burnt my nail. If you need any extra cleansing, anything like that, then just let it soak in, guys, because it's very important to cleanse around these times because there's so much energy coming in and out of our subconscious that you really just want to stay in tune with your own energy. And you want to stay in tune, especially this has everything to do with our intellect. It has everything to do with our subconscious. It has everything to do with our emotions, right? Pisces and Aquarius. February is so Aquarius, Pisces, you know, and those energies are literally a little bit difficult to explain, okay? So the way that I'm gonna do it is explain it by being my very weird self. And I'm not gonna really rehearse anything or make anything structured, because that's not how Pisces and Aquarius are. I mean, sure, Aquarius is a structured person, sure. But as far as what they know, as far as their knowledge, as far as the way they live their daily life, they experience strange things, strange synchronicities, strange thoughts. And Pisces and Aquarius might not feel super strange, but people certainly observe us that way. And I love weird. I love being weird. I love being strange. So I'm going to have a lot of fun this month, guys, just straight up giving you I'm really going to dive into my intuition. So I have no idea what's going to happen in these videos, because I'm going to let the universe literally tap in and work with me. And I'm going to work with the universe, and I'm going to be doing a lot of spirituality. I'm going to really get heavy into the incense, heavy into my crystals and my rocks over here, maybe even with some candles. I mean, that's how potent these energies are this month. I really want to get creative and be just my natural Pisces self. I have Mercury in Aquarius. I have Mercury in Venus. Venus entered Pisces, so I'll be working with that Venus collective love and beautiful energy. Anything can happen, guys. I have no idea. So you're in for a surprise. I want to really tap into your guys' subconscious. That's what I want to call these readings. They're very channeled from the universe, freestyle. They're very subconscious. So I just want to know. I think actually I'm going to save that for March. That's what my mind was thinking about for March. But for this month, very channeled, intuitive messages. Because what I didn't mention yet is Aquarius is the 12th house of Pisces. Pisces is the 12th house on the zodiac wheel. They're number 12. We only have 12 zodiac signs, and I know that there's that 13th zodiac sign. I don't really follow that. I just follow the 12 houses of the universe, right? So the zodiac sign behind you is always your 12th house, because the zodiac sign that you are is always your first house. So Pisces is my first house, and if you move back one, then you find yourself in Aquarius. So Aquarius and I have a very interesting relationship. I can always talk very strangely with an Aquarius. We have very strange and intellectual conversations, and there's even a little bit of hidden emotion behind the conversations. And I don't know if that's just because I'm a Pisces, or if it's because I have a Capricorn rising, or if it's because see, Capricorn is Aquarius's 12th house. So when I get with an Aquarius, it gets very otherworldly. It gets very subconscious. It gets very in that realm. It's hard to explain. So welcome to my world, guys. I'm going to be really using that 12th house energy of Aquarius. The sun is going to be in Aquarius as I do these videos. So I really want to shed awareness on the spirituality of things, the creativity of things. It's all about using your imagination. So you're going to see that through me this month, and how I literally, usually I have some sort of structure or some sort of theme, and I love a good theme. But this month, the theme is to not have a theme. And it's to really just freestyle and see what messages come up with you guys. And, I won't know until until the cards come out and show me. And I like that, because that's usually how I read my own tarot anyways. I just kind of ask Spirit what's going on, and then I just kind of let the messages fall out, and then almost instantly I am aware of what Spirit is trying to say. So if you're into that kind of thing, then you've reached the right video. And I just want to wish Aquarius and the February Pisces a very happy birthday this month, you guys, and everyone a happy Valentine's Day. And also, congratulations to Aries and Aquarius. Once again, shout out to my Aquarius and Aries followers. You guys had the most likes. You guys had the most views. So keep in tune for your video. I will definitely be pulling some extra cards for you guys to reveal some hidden energies for you. So you guys get kind of a little treat there. But for everyone else, don't worry. There's definitely going to be, some surprises in there for you as well. So guys, that is what's going on. A lot of mysterious energy, even more mysterious in March. Really excited to do those videos after my solar return has passed, things like that. But I think that's it. I think that's it for the intro video. And other than that, buckle up, you guys. We are in a rocket. I'm imagining us in a rocket right now. We are about to blast off and we are about to be abducted to a different realm where we can get some of the most amazing messages from spirit. So, guys, I hope you're ready. Buckle up, like I said, and enjoy your reading. See ya. 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
Hey, Leo. Welcome to your February video. And I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty excited to talk to you guys because we have entered into the eclipse season. And so, you know, you guys are the North Node, Aquarius is the South Node, and it's Aquarius season. Until February 19th, we're in Aquarius season. Okay, let me just get a little comfortable here because I have a feeling that there's going to be some intense messages that come out for you guys. I mean, I'd be surprised. So, Leo, we had a full moon in your sign, a pretty fucking badass, very powerful full moon in your sign the last day of January, last month. And so what I've noticed and what I feel astrology wise and energy wise is that January, you know, the end of January, since we had that eclipse, you know, see, back in August 2016, oh, I'm sorry, whoa, not that far ago, but back in August 2017, we had a Leo eclipse on August 21st. I'm sure you heard about that because everybody everywhere, it was a total solar eclipse. So it was the first one in like years, I mean like hundreds of years, where we literally could see, I didn't watch it, but you could see, you know, the sun was actually blocked out by the moon for like a good 3 minutes. Excuse me. So I'm sure you heard about that. Everyone on the news was talking about that. Plus it was in your sign. So if you're into astrology, then astrology news wise, you probably heard a lot about that eclipse back in 2017 as well. The reason why I'm talking about that and bringing that up is because we had a lunar eclipse in your sign. So we have lunar eclipses and solar eclipses, and they differ in energy, right? Lunar being the moon, solar being the sun, masculine and feminine energy. And when the North and South Node are in a zodiac sign, those are also the zodiac signs that are going to experience an ecliptic path on the moon because the nodes belong to the moon. So it's Aquarius season, activating that South Node, and that eclipse activated the North Node in your sign. So what I'm saying is the energy that we experienced in that first eclipse in August 2017 was kind of brought back to the forefront in lunar style, full moon style, on January 31st. And since it happened at the tail end of the month, February was kind of rocket launched with that Leo energy. You're very popular. Leo, you're always popular. But you're very talked about right now in the sky. And you're going to be talked about in a very unique way until November, until the North Node switches to Cancer. But as I said, I believe Leo, you know, you're ruled by the sun. So you're very popular and you have a lot of energy and you're very fiery. And Leo is a pretty cool, popular, fun, heroic, loving sign. You're ruled by the heart. You're ruled by the sun. Very, very nice energies. And it's just being amplified by these eclipses and by this North Node energy and by Aquarius season and all this fun stuff that's probably not super fun to all of you because it's probably very, you might be experiencing some anxiety. You might be overwhelmed with the responsibility, but I hope that you're handling that in that Leo way. Leos can handle a lot. You guys are very strong. You're the Strength card. And it's so interesting that I would pick this card up and reveal the Hermit card. So for some of you, I can tell right away that you're spending some time alone, or at least the universe would like you to, Leo, because there's a light. There's an inner light of yours. You're ruled by the sun. So your heart and your soul is very, very bright. And we see the Hermit card here following this star, which the star is opposite of Leo, Aquarius. So you guys are really trying to follow this North Node right now. In order to follow your destiny, sometimes you have to walk alone. Sometimes you have to spend some time reflecting on your own inner light. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. Some of you might have Virgo energy, or some of you could just be really spending some time in isolation, in solitude, hermiting. It is winter here in Michigan, so some of you could be really, you know, just going inwards, I want to say, following your light, being strong. Okay, so that was interesting there to reveal that Virgo card. And also, Virgo is your guys' second house. So, you know, a lot of energy there with Virgo and Leo. And also, there's a Virgo full moon next month. So, there could be a lot of reasons why that Virgo card showed itself to you. Before we get into the reading, I want to talk a little bit more about some of the planets and the energy that you're going to be experiencing in February and March. So, we already talked about the eclipses. We didn't talk about the eclipse in your 7th house, though, because we are going to have an eclipse in Aquarius on the 15th, and that's in 2 days. Okay, so we're in that energy right now. We can feel that energy as we speak. Okay, I'm sure we're gonna, I need to put this my necklace on here. See, I have this necklace here that's the North Node star, and I'll hang that right over you, Leo, so that you can kind of, you know, feel those energies of the North Star that you're following. And this is a very special necklace to me, and I'm going to be wearing this during the Leo video, Scorpio video, and this Aquarius video, because, well, first of all, Aquarius and Leo are the North and South node, and Scorpio is my North node, so I like to wear it during the Scorpio, and plus a Scorpio gave me this necklace, so, you know, I'm all about symbolism and spirituality. But let's get into your reading. So back to that eclipse. That eclipse is happening on the 15th in your 7th house of relationships. You're going to have a new moon in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. Now, let's not confuse this with just love, Leo lovely. This is relationships with yourself, relationships with your job, relationships with family, friends, groups of people around you. I like to say that we have a relationship with with everything in the world, right? So your relationship to people, places, and things around you are being activated with the South Node. The South Node is in your 7th house. So you're learning from relationships with people around you, and you're learning from the partnerships that you're forming, business partnerships, romantic partnerships, you know, all these partnerships that we can form in life with other people. And so you're learning from that a bit because of the South Node is there, and that energy is being released out into the universe. And for you, since you're the North Node, it's all about you and where you're going in life, what your destiny is, what the universe is calling you to do. So, you know, very interesting to have that Leo eclipse last month, and then this Aquarius eclipse. You have a lot of energy in your 7th house. The sun is there, bringing, and you know, you're ruled by the sun. So the sun is in Aquarius. It's more comfortable in Leo, but the sun is in your opposite house. The sun is far away from you right now. It's opposite of your sun, but it's still shining on you. The sun will always shine on you, Leo. But the sun is about awareness. And since you're ruled by the sun, you could be gaining a lot of awareness about the partnerships in your life, about the relationships you're in. Remember, they could be romantic or business or whatever these relationships are, but I have a feeling that they're very much a big part of your February, because this energy is all about your 1st house of self and your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Okay, so a lot of energy in Aquarius. Venus was in your 7th house until the 10th. So end of January, beginning of February, we had Venus, the goddess of love, in your 7th house, attracting you to people around you in partnerships. And now Venus is in your 8th house. Okay, so that's some pretty heavy intimacy there. Venus is in Pisces, bringing a lot of emotion to relationships and partnerships. So yeah, Leo, this is everything to do with your 1st and 7th house. And these are the most, well, not the most important, but they're pretty important. And you know, when I talk to people who are dealing with 1st and 7th house energy, like I'll be dealing with 1st and 7th house energy soon because of Pisces season. Well, when you're dealing with that, you are dealing with the relationship you have with yourself and self-love, okay? So that's what's going on astrologically for you. And I know you came here for a tarot reading. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the tarot part. And I'm sure the messages that Spirit has for you will come up. So Spirit, I would just like to take the time to meditate on Leo energy. And I'm also going to create the space inside me and around me to allow the intuitive messages. So please grant me with the ability to focus on the spiritual messages you have for Leo. Let's get the Leos that watch my Pisces Priestess channel and that are going to be watching this video some very special and relatable messages, especially because they're the North Node, Spirit, and because they are going through an eclipse, and because they're the opposite of Aquarius. So this is for Leo for February 2018. What is it that you would like to talk to Leo about, Spirit? Any messages, any intuitive messages? This is just going to be freestyle, you guys. So anything can happen. Anything that Spirit would like to talk to you guys about. Leo, Leo, Leo. Okay. So we have some energies coming up upside down. Okay. So there's a message there. Let's see if there's any other messages that want to come out for you, Leo. Okay, we have temperance, patience, emotional patience is coming up, especially in a love situation, of course. All right, some sort of patience for clarity. Let's get one more card for Leo. Actually, Spirit, whatever you want to do. I want to keep this very wow. Leo, your card was the last one to flip out. Hope you just saw that there, but that is just really, really great. All right, let me open myself up for you guys spiritually. Might as well light an incense, get some divine blessings going, because Leo, you are so divine. Okay, you're ruled by the sun. You are the child. So I have these incense called divine blessings, and that's just so Leo, and it helps me to be able to smell these beautiful smells. Helps me read better, helps me get into the mood better. It kind of takes me away from earth, which for a Pisces is a good thing. Okay, so I got the divine blessings going, and I'm just gonna ground myself. So okay, Leo, listen here. We have the King of Cups coming out first. All right, so this is an emotional energy. This is Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy. But not necessarily. I'm seeing this as your energy. I think that you are very emotional right now, but the King of Cups is someone who's emotionally grounded. You know, this is the best way for emotion to show up in tarot, because he embraces his emotion, and he's emotional in a sense that he feels a bunch, but he doesn't allow those emotions to like spiral out of control, right? So he channels his emotion from the heart, just like Leo, and he wears his emotions proudly, which is why he has a necklace in the shape of a fish. Okay, so this is coming up for this is a lot of emotion here. This is the king. And Leo, I'm going to pay attention to any kings and queens that come up in your reading, because you guys are the divine children. And Leos are symbolic for the lion, yes, but also kings and queens. You guys are royalty. So I'm going to pay attention here to kings and queens. This is your energy. Even if you're a female, Leo, you're coming up, your emotions are pretty masculine. And for me, masculine emotions are like, you guys could be feeling a little bit of rage. You could be feeling a little bit of anger, or you could be channeling these emotions in a very strong way, like a mental figure would. And I am led to talk to you guys a little bit about hiding your emotion right now. Not a very good thing to do. Because it's going to be Pisces season soon. And Pisces, you know, you can't hide much from Pisces. We do have the High Priestess overlooking your whole reading. And she knows all the secrets in the universe, okay? This is a Pisces card as well. And this is just spirituality. This is an emotional, subconscious energy that's overlooking your whole reading. So it's almost as if everything's coming out into the open. And that would cause, you know, anybody to feel a bit emotional. So you're coming up here as the King of Cups, so there's a lot of emotion here. And I'm seeing it as emotion that needs to be embraced, okay? A lot of emotion, emotional time. And, you know, for those who are males, there is a Queen of Swords on the table. So I'm being led to say that some of you are with Aquarius, Gemini, Libras. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini energy. And if not, you're just communicating. But it's interesting that we have the Queen of Swords down here with the Leo card right here, because Leo and Aquarius are opposites, okay? So we'll hang on there and we'll get to that in a minute. Back to these emotion. As a Pisces, I'm literally feeling, I'm starting to get a little cold. And to me, I get cold when I am shaken to the bone by something, when I'm really sad, or when I'm really immersed. Like the ocean is cold, right? Water can be cold when it's out in the earth, and it's really cold right now. So there's some sort of cold emotional aspect to you guys right now. Like I'm literally feeling the universe is just making it slight so that I don't get too distracted by it. But I am feeling like I need to, when I get cold, I immediately start rubbing my arms. And I think humans do that in order to warm themselves up, but also because they need to feel an embrace. So I think some of you are in need of a very big hug right now, because you're feeling emotionally everywhere in February. But I see that at some point you're going to handle these emotions quite well. But at first, they might seem a little emotional. You see, with that full moon that happened in your sign, that was a lot of emotion. The moon is ruled by water. The moon symbolizes our deep emotional feelings. It symbolizes the emotional feelings that we hide. So you could, Leo, you're all about strength, right? And so when you're all about strength and when you're all about being the kings and the queens of the galaxy, it can be kind of some big shoes to fill, because you have a lot to be responsible for. You guys are always supposed to appear so prideful and proud, that it can be a little bit difficult sometimes when you're handling those downward spirals, because you feel guilty. You feel like you shouldn't, when you're ruled by strength, when you are the strength card, it's this constant need to always be strong. I'm a lion. I'm the king of the jungle. I'm a lion. I'm strong. I'm fierce. I'm, all these powerful things. But even the greatest of us experience emotion, and making yourself vulnerable to emotion is actually a sign of strength. So I see that that's what the universe is kind of doing this month in February, especially with that full moon last month for you, that eclipse. When there's a full moon in your sign, you feel all the feels, just like Virgo will next month. So that full moon really did cause a lot of emotional shifts in your life, and I hope that you're not keeping it all inside. Now, I have no idea why these cards coming up would be reversed, but the way that they fell on the table, it kind of showed me that they should be reversed. Now, this is the Four of Cups, and I'm going to turn it right side up just so we can talk about it. This is an energy of being kind of defensive, and this is an emotional energy. This is the Four of Cups. Cups energy. We have 2 cup energy that started off your reading. And it's almost as if this cup that the king is holding was trying to be, this is you younger. See this younger figure here? So I'm seeing these as 2 different parts of you, Leo. This naive, young, immature side of you. And I don't mean that in any negative way. Just we're younger here, right? Younger figure here. In a more mature authority figure with the King of Cups. So I'm seeing a little bit of in your past here, where this emotion, this emotional opportunity was, you were defensive and you were in deep thought about a certain emotional situation, possibly a third party situation. And I see that I talk to Leo about that a lot. That either you're emotionally giving yourself to 3 or more people, or you're dealing with someone who you want to commit to you that is dealing with a lot of different options too. You could be with someone who feels a lot of different things. You don't really know how they feel, and you're trying to figure this out like it's some kind of puzzle. Or this is you, Leo. You're in strong thought here, thinking very strongly, like this is literally consuming the entirety of your whole mental. Like this is taking all of you emotionally, all of you mentally, all of your attention is on this emotional situation, whatever it may be. But the only problem with that in the Four of Cups is that there's this Ace of Cups trying to be given to you from the universe, this new emotion, this new emotional opportunity or situation or relationship, Something's being given to you that's similar to what you're focusing on, but it's better, it's more divine, it's from another world. And if you're not careful, you will miss the opportunity. And for me, I feel that this is a missed opportunity emotionally in February. And it's due to a defensive posture. It's due to you trying to be stronger than what you really feel inside. If you don't feel emotionally strong, Leo, you're not. You don't. It doesn't mean that you're not emotional strong. It means that you're not feeling that way right now, and you owe it to yourself right now as the North Node, as a leader for all of us, to be honest emotionally and open. You are ruled by the heart, Leo. And if, around these times for Leo, I think Aquarius season and Pisces season gets pretty tough for Leo because a lot of energy is brought to your 7th house and 8th house. And you get very distracted around this time with emotion, because if anything distracts Leo, it's matters of the heart. And matters of the heart are love. It's almost Valentine's Day. I bet you guys love Valentine's Day, some of you. Leo loves love. You can't help it. You're ruled by the heart chakra. And you guys have very big hearts. You love with you're just like really big, sweet children that never grow up, even though you're gorgeous and so mature, even though you're these kings and queens. There's a part of Leo that always stays like a child, loving, fearlessly and fiercely with their hearts. Now, this could be a broken heart situation. This could be a third-party situation that you walked away from or something, and you walked away from a certain opportunity because you thought it was poison. Nobody knows what's in these cups. It might not be water, it might not be emotion, it could be toxicity, it could be poison. There had to be a reason why you're so defensive, Leo. Now, the fact that this card is turned upside down, that means to take the meaning of it and reverse it. So that could be a good thing. It could mean that you're finally letting your guard down, in that there's a new emotional situation being offered to you, and that might be why you're showing up as the King of Cups, because you accepted this cup. You allowed that moon would do that to you. It's kind of hard to hide from your emotion when you are under a full moon of emotion. Like, that's the moon completely filled with light. It's hard when it's an eclipse, and when you're the North Node, you don't really have that much control right now over things that are destined to be. And I think right now, a part of your destiny lies within this kind of emotional energy, your emotions. So if I were to think about this meaning of this card right side up and reverse it to mean the opposite, well, this is a distracted energy. This is missing an offer. I do believe that that's still true for some of you, but for some of you, you're in February, the more you accept your emotions, the more you accept the way that you feel, the more you accept guidance emotionally from the universe, the more your heart heals, the lighter the energy becomes. So I see that some of you have really tapped into this emotional power that you feel with that moon, that psychic, intuitive energy, spiritual energy. You're getting back in touch with that. And, you opened your eyes and you've seen this cup coming from this. You've seen this opportunity that could have easily been missed. But maybe you stopped focusing on this third party situation. You stopped focusing on these 3 different emotions that you felt, or these 3 different people, these 3 different situations. And you gave it all up for something that presented itself new to you. So I think that some of you are becoming less distracted by the mind, and you're becoming more of a matter of the heart. Less about the mind and more about the heart. The heart wants what the heart wants, and the heart will always lead you the right way, especially if you're a Leo. So you really want to let your heart lead you emotionally, because, the heart and emotions go hand in hand. I say that we feel with our heart. That's why when our heart is broken, it doesn't really matter what we think. It's all about what we feel. I've been heartbroken to the point where I've literally felt that shit in my heart break. So I get that, Leo. I don't know if it's a heartbreak you're dealing with, but I just think it's a lot of different emotion. But you're coming up as the King of Cups, so I feel like you really did become less emotionally distracted by something. And the way to do that as a Leo is to become mentally clear with the heart. There's something called the heart's clarity with Leo. And Leos know it. See, I've never heard that. I'm just channeling right now. The heart's clarity is very important to you. Because when you master the heart's clarity as a Leo, you master mental clarity, emotional clarity, spiritual clarity, and physical clarity. So I'm seeing here that there was a pretty heavy burden. And now this is fire. This is a fire energy because you're a fire sign. Wands are fire. Now let's do the same thing here. We have the 10 of Wands showing up. This is a completion. This is that full moon. You had been carrying all that you could carry for that particular time. And the moon was showing you that emotionally. This is a burden. This is hard work. This is burden. This is heavy weight. So reversed, this is dropping that heavy burden. And that heavy burden could very well have been what's distracting you. But you have dropped that heavy burden and you are starting over kind of at the Ace of Wands now. Because after the 10 of Wands, after you've dealt with the 10 of Wands, you start back at the Ace of Wands. So that's a new beginning. So I want you to know that with every ending, there's a new beginning. So if you did walk away from something, you know, if you declined an emotional offer, like a certain relationship offer, if you broke up with a certain person or declined a reconciliation with a person from your past, if you got rid of anything heavy for you, this is anything, certain addictions, anything in your life, Leo, that feels heavy, I feel that it's being released. And I'm feeling that it had to do with a certain offer that you declined or a certain offer that you accepted from the universe. If it was a bad offer, it shows in the cards that you didn't really fuck with it too much. If it was a good offer, then it set you free and it got you more emotionally stable. Because, so the thing about Leo is sometimes you guys can get distracted with the partner that you're with. And, you know, that's really the only way to get a Leo down is if their love life or their family. Love or family is a good way to get Leo feeling like this heavy burden. But there's some shift going on, and I think this is the eclipse. I think this is the beginning of February. Lots of emotion, a lot of heavy burden being lifted off of Leo. You know, becoming less distracted and less burdened by things is what I'm seeing. And this is an emotional burden. This is also physical and mental, and it's also passionate. You could have been doing something that, like you're in a passionate relationship, or you were doing something of passion to yourself, but it started to get overwhelming. It started to feel like you were doing most of the work in this relationship or in this situation. So you declined an emotional offer, or you took back your emotional cup. Okay? And I'm seeing here, this is good. Good that these cards came up upside down, because either way, it's like your certain completions. Now, for some of you, I am getting the feeling that there's something that wants to complete in your life, but you're not exactly letting it. Because let's not forget that this means a completion. And we have to take this meaning and reverse it. So some of you might be hanging on to a certain burden in your life, certain emotional burden. You might be hanging on to something emotionally and passionately because your heart won't let you go, won't let you walk away. As far as the heaviness goes, that's being lifted. But for some reason, there's still not a completion happening. There's still more that you need to learn. This could be the weight of the North Node. It could be the weight of all this energy in Leo and Aquarius right now. But I do think that this completion, especially if you're wanting something to complete, if this is a job or a responsibility, you guys always are overwhelmed. You're like the heroes. Leo is the hero. And I'm seeing you here being a hero, doing people's work for them, carrying other people's responsibilities, you know, and you're starting to come out of that period. You know, I think that eclipse really awakened you guys to your emotions. That, you know, you guys might not pay attention to how you feel emotionally a lot of the time. But when certain energies in the universe show you and reveal to you what's really going on under the surface, instead of you being distracted, oh, no, Leo, I need you out here in the battlefield. So Leo, whisper, 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 pss, 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 from the universe, here's the truth. Here's what's authentic. Because let's say, Leo, you guys are a lot about authenticity. You guys are about the heart. You guys are about authenticity. Being authentic. It's not authentic of you to allow something to become so heavy that you'd rather ignore it or become so consumed with it that you're distracted by the blessings of the universe, especially emotions returning to you right now. But I'm seeing that that's being turned upside down, you know, and that the burden of distraction is releasing. Now let's move here to the bottom real quick here. We have the Temperance card. Some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. And if you're not dealing with a Sagittarius, this energy is talking about patience. It's talking about balance, moderation, balancing your emotions, grounding your emotions in a passionate way. Now, when this card comes up, and if I was talking to Aries right now, I would say the same thing. This is the mutable fire sign. You are a fire sign too, Leo, and you're down here at the bottom. So what the universe is telling you with this is that we're coming up on a mutable season. Pisces is a mutable sign. So I think it's going to benefit all of us to tap into that kind of mutable energy. And for you, that might be a little bit difficult because you are all about stability. Leo is the fixed fire sign. And you're about stability. You're about being stable, right? And being strong, a strong stability. But you might need to just, stray a little bit away from that energy and tap into a more mutable energy like Sagittarius. Sagittarius is probably going to have a better time with Pisces season because we're both ruled by Jupiter. Pisces and Sagittarius are planetary siblings. And Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius, they're going to understand this Pisces energy a little bit better than the other signs because they're mutable too. And mutable energy has a lot to do with these cups here. You see this cup being poured here and poured here. So no wonder you're feeling a little bit emotionally exhausted because you're constantly trying to stabilize the emotion that you're feeling. See, that's the thing that people don't realize about Leo is that whatever energy they're dealing with, they try to stabilize it immediately. And that takes a lot of work. And you're trying to do this patiently. You're trying to have patience for this sun, for this crown. There's like a crown over here lighting up. So you're on the path to royalty, I'm seeing. You see this path here? But it starts from the emotion. It starts from patience. It starts with Archangel Michael. It starts with grounding your emotion. You see the feet here? How one of the feet, so when this is Pisces season here. This is the mutable passion that you're going to be feeling as a fire sign come Pisces season, February 19th. This is a month long of energy that's going to really transform all of us because Pisces is the last sign. There's a little bit of Leo in Pisces as well. So, Pisces energy is going to contact Leo as well. And so I'm going to tell you what I've told a lot of the other signs this month is that, if you're not comfortable with this water energy, just try a little bit of it out. It's all about balance, baby. So make sure you're just, don't ignore the emotion because listen, you had that full moon in your sign. So all of February, you're going to be feeling that eclipse energy. Because you're a part of this, Leo. You're a part of the North and South Node right now. So even during this Aquarius eclipse, you're going to be feeling that in your 7th house. You're going to be feeling it more so within the people around you in the collective, more so than what you felt that first full moon energy. You felt that directly, huh? But now the energy is you're gonna see it a little bit more within other people. So when this water starts to fill up our universe with Pisces season, make sure you're putting at least one of your feet in there, but make sure you're staying grounded as well. This is all about balance. So I'm seeing here that the distraction, the burden, the heavy weight, well, you had to be patient for those energies to pass, and you had to gain balance over a certain situation. This is what this is about, is that you're gaining balance emotionally. And I really can't stop looking at this crown here that's being lit up in the background because it's like the royalty of Leo is what you're after. You're on your divine path as a king and as a queen. But you've reached a point in your path where you have to face these emotions. Actually, I've been preaching that to damn near everybody this month. And it's no surprise because Pisces season is coming up. And Pisces represents the emotion of our entire universe. So if our universe is crying, we're going to be feeling that. It's almost like when it rains outside. You know, if you go outside, you're getting wet. And when the whole universe is raining with this Pisces water, you're bound to get a little bit of that wetness too. So why not just voluntarily be open to it? Even if you're staying grounded, a lot of signs are doing this, okay? A lot of signs are doing this whole 1 foot in the water. I'm diving right in. I'm a fish. So I'm going to be diving right into this water. But, you know, be nice to the Pisces, because we definitely have something to offer you this season. A lot of spirituality down here. A lot of emotional clarity. You know, if you haven't really had the emotional clarity that you would like, Leo, Pisces season can offer that to you. And when you've accomplished this energy, there's a path that you're going to reach that is going to lead you to royalty. But this is mainly patience for you. The patience that it takes to balance things out, especially emotions. You know, you have to moderate the feelings between you and the feelings between your partner, the feelings that you have about the things around you, people, places, and things. So I'm seeing here that this is emotional patience. You know, I just heard that my patience is running thin. My patience is running thin. So for some of you guys, you've really reached a part in your journey where you're like, all right, like, I've been emotionally patient. I've even put my feet in the water. And this is coming up for February. You know, you might feel emotionally impatient, but make sure don't stand still. Make sure you're pouring from either cup, so that what you wind up with at the end of the month is a balanced state emotionally. Okay, so I do see this as balanced emotion. And I'm glad that you decided to take that cup and that you no longer are distracted by whatever was emotionally manipulating you, or whatever was manipulating you with some sort of burden that it made you feel you had to hang on to. Well, you didn't, and I'm glad you dropped that burden. It took a lot of strength to do that. And now the attention is being put on the waters of our universe. This symbolizes emotional, you know, intelligence. A lot of passionate emotions here. The King of Cups and the Temperance card. So, you know, Leo, I think you're feeling a lot of different things. I think some of you are even a little angry, feeling a little bit depressed, feeling a little bit of rage and depression. And there's a strong need to moderate all those energies. Feel every single one of them, especially in Pisces season. What a wonderful time to really tap into our spiritual subconsciouses. And when you do that, it goes hand in hand with emotional feelings. So you're just being asked to balance that out with yourself, with other people, with your job, with everything, Leo. And there's something here that you're being guided to be patient for. Now, we have this reversed Four of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So this tells me that there is a certain clarity that you're going to gain once you open your eyes and become less defensive, right? You see these clouds here? It's like once you cut through those clouds, look what comes out of the cloud. This is that cloud. And there's emotions waiting for you mentally that you've probably blocked yourself off from feeling. When you don't allow emotions to be felt in the heart, guess where they go? Your mind. And when you're not mentally clear, you're dealing with someone who's not mentally clear or emotionally clear. Okay, and you were quite distracted before, but now that situation has kind of reversed itself. And I think that you're slowly but surely gaining more emotional clarity. I think that's what this means, is emotional clarity. Came right out of the clouds for you. Clouds over here, clouds over there. And there's this Queen of Swords energy, this clear mental energy. She's not really about emotion. This Queen of Swords, this Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. Now, this is someone you're dealing with or someone that you're turning into in order to get yourself out of this situation. But this is emotional clarity. There could be a Queen of Swords type energy in your life that is trying to offer you the little bit of emotion they have, but it's not right. It doesn't feel right to you. It's kind of upside down. And it's like, in order to continue with this situation, you have to sacrifice your mental clarity, and that's not working for you anymore. Because what's on the table is emotional clarity and mental clarity, and the patience between the two. So I believe this part of your reading is talking about an unclear offer in February. And it could be because of a third-party situation, and this is someone coming back from your past or something that offered you something, but the offer doesn't seem quite trusting. You don't, you're about standing firm, and, you're like, I don't know if this is authentic. I don't know if this is truthful anymore. I don't know if this aligns with the way that I feel. And I don't want to be distracted anymore, is what you're saying. I don't want to be distracted anymore. I've been distracted for too long, and I'm finally getting some clarity, and I don't want to give that away to some sort of cliche emotional opportunity. And I'm seeing that for some of you, it's some sort of relationship, and you've been with this person for a while, so you think that's all there is, but you're starting to reach the point where you actually care about what you think and feel. And if this person isn't fulfilling you, and if they're making you feel all burdened, then, you're going to choose mental clarity, I see. So, we have the Ten of Wands with the Strength card. And this is the most clear message to me. It's like, you have the strength. You have the strength to be this person, to carry all this weight, to be this passionately burdened, you know what I mean? But you also have the strength to drop the load if it's no longer yours to deal with, Leo. Like, yeah, you're the North Node, but part of being the North Node is setting an example energetically for all of us. And, it's not authentic to let someone work you like a horse, to let someone overburden you, to work so hard that you're not even paying attention to your passions in life, the love in your heart, the way that you feel, right? That could have something to do with this distraction. As long as you're emotionally distracted, you'll keep doing this. You'll keep working and slaving away. But this card came upside down, so you guys definitely, we have the High Priestess back there still. And this is that eclipse. This is the Leo eclipse and the eclipse in your 7th house in Aquarius in a couple days. So you're gaining clarity within the light and dark about yourself and about other people that you're with, possibly in a relationship. And I think that there are certain people in your life that are burdens, and you're just ready to really, they're on their way out. Anything that makes you feel emotionally negative or makes you feel mentally scattered, it's on its way out of your life. Because you're dropping this load, and it was very strong of you to do that. You have the strength. Don't let someone make you think that you're only strong if you keep carrying this. Because sometimes the strongest thing we can do is let go, and it's not quitting. It's not giving up. It's giving in. Because there's better things, and it's okay to want better for yourself. You have the strength to move on from a situation that you've been working at for far too long, and it's all up to you. It's up to you. If you feel emotionally secure, if you feel happy, if you really, Leo, if you really feel happy, then fine. This message is not for you. But the cards are telling me that Leo is not happy. They're just trying to stay strong through this heavy burden and through these distractions. And it's not to the end of February that you really embrace these emotions and wait to be patiently clear about something. So we have this heavy burden here, very clear message here, that Leo is dropping a burden. Anything that feels heavy to you guys, anything that feels like not your responsibility anymore, you're dropping it. Because what could be more authentic than this? Believing in yourself enough, loving yourself enough to drop things that no longer serve you. People, places, and things. These burdens are distractions. If these cards were upright, which I'm so happy they're not, but this is a distraction. If your hands are full here, you're not even gonna have hands to openly receive this new thing from the universe. Your hands are crossed here. You're defensive. Well, probably because you're tired and you finally got a break to go on top of a hill and take a rest. But you're even using your downtime to think about something rather negative. Whatever the situation is, this is all your attention is focused here. But possibly not anymore. Possibly you're focusing your attention back on yourself and on your heart and on your love's matters. So we have Leo dropping a burden, and we have Leo gaining clarity over a certain situation that was emotionally distracting. So I see emotional patience, and I see patience for clarity. So just hang in there, Leo. If you don't have the answers that you want right now, just know that they are coming very strongly. This Queen of Swords is literally facing you, almost as if she's communicating with you about what the real deal is, about what really is going on here. And we have this angel here helping you as well. If you're the lion in this situation, you see, then she's taming you. And you're being mentally tamed by a certain figure in your life right now, whether they're real or whether they're spiritual and emotional. But the Queen of Swords is trying to communicate to you, Leo, about what's been distracting you, and about the burdens that you're leaving behind. See, she's literally communicating with you, because I don't think you've been super clear about what's going on in your life. Like, you're working and you're continuing and you're living life, sure, no doubt, but are you really happy inside? And see, you can't lie to the Queen of Swords. You can't lie to the High Priestess. And I think the way through this month is to put your feet a little bit in the water, and you need to really balance out these situations, the ways that you feel. But, you know, the first card was the King of Cups, which is definitely emotion. And, you know, you had that full moon. And full moons can bring a lot to light. It brings a lot of hidden shit to the surface. So I'm glad that you have the Queen of Swords here to kind of direct you, because she's literally on your side. I see that here. She's not cutting you. She's literally on your side. So I'm not sure what energy that is for you, but she is here to communicate the truth to you. And we have a king and a queen here, which is a couple. Now, water and air don't typically go together, but that's exactly what we're dealing with right now. If you watch the beginning of my video, I talked a lot about emotional intelligence, having clarity over your emotions, communicating what you feel. So if you're a male Leo, you could have a very intellectual woman figure in your life. You know, and if you're a female Leo, you could have a very emotional figure in your life. But I want you to mix those energies, because you could be a girl Leo, but be very, like, which one are you? Do you see yourself more as the King of Cups, someone who's very emotional right now, someone who's ready to embrace their emotion, someone who's compassionate and nurturing? Or do you see yourself more as an intellectual figure? This is going to be different for all Leos, and this could be you with another person, whatever one goes with you. But energetically wise, I see that this is a masculine energy and a feminine energy, and that the masculine part of you is ready to feel. Like, when the masculine part of you is ready to feel, that's legit. Because, to be honest, masculine energies are more so about work. They're more so about, you know, and that was probably the part of you that was distracted with work. Because that's another message here, is being distracted with work. But maybe there's something going on there, and that you're no longer distracted. So now you have time. See, when you're working so hard and your hands are full, you don't even have the time to sit and think about what you feel. But then when someone goes through something like, I don't know, they take a vacation from work, and now all of a sudden they're spending more time at home and not on the go all the time, then they start to feel, wow, I'm actually really sad inside. I'm actually really fucking tired and heartbroken, and I don't like my life. So there could be something about that too. So I'm seeing here the need to communicate emotions, which is so popular right here, because this is Aquarius and this is Pisces. Okay? And that's exactly what February is all about, is this watery intellect, okay? Mist. You can be emotional and intellectual. It takes a lot of work, but you can communicate your emotions very strongly. And if people don't listen, if people are distracted, if this is someone else in your life who's distracted by a different cup, then you have to drop them like a bad habit. And I don't think that should be a problem for you, Leo, because you're a catch, all right, boo? A catch. And like I said, you just want to be patient with these emotions, okay? And be patient with this new clarity that this moon showed you, because the moon is a slow moving energy, very flowing. So the moon is not going to be forceful and quick with you. You know, she's going to go at your own pace, especially because you're actually in this reading, Leo. The reading ends with you. This part of it anyway, but we have a few more minutes to talk, and I'd like to see what's behind this High Priestess. Oh man, what the hell? Okay, so this came up for Cancer too. A lot of us are dealing with heavy subconscious energies in February because of all this water. Sometimes, you know, these toxic situations are happening because of all that we hide in our subconscious. Okay, I am a Pisces, and I am the house of the subconscious. And this is a subconscious energy. You know, the High Priestess and the Devil, they've been hanging out lately in my readings. And they've been coming out a lot. So this is spiritual secrets coming out about certain toxic relationships. I'm not sure if you guys feel like you're really chained to someone, chained to addiction. But this card's coming out. Some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn. Some of you might be dealing with Saturn or karma, but I'm seeing manipulation. I'm seeing codependency. I'm seeing toxic. And this is your subconscious, Leo. And why would that be behind the High Priestess? Certain secrets are coming out about energies like this. People, places, and things. It could be a job. It could be a job you feel chained to. It could be your own emotions. You know, but this is a subconscious energy that you're not truly chained to, because if you look closer, these chains could easily be removed from their neck. This is just a subconscious energy. But the High Priestess is here to reveal anything that is attacking poor Leo like this. Leo, you guys are such light signs. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful fire signs. And the High Priestess, Pisces season, all that, they're not, that energy is blessed, it's beloved, so it's not going to allow you to continue to be chained by darkness like this. So I don't know what this is for you, Leo. I was pretty shocked to see this behind the High Priestess, honestly. So I'm going to leave these two cards here down at the bottom, because I think you're going to gain clarity and strength over these toxic chains down here with this Devil card. And we have the King of Pentacles here and the Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, heavy earth energy, even that Capricorn energy is pretty heavy. I'm seeing that in the finances, you could be pretty confused. And you want to be careful for any new financial opportunities that you get. Because, yeah, you definitely want to be careful. Because with this card here, the Seven of Cups, this is a Pisces energy. A lot of people relate this to Pisces energy because it's very confusing. This is a different realm. So this card's coming up a lot this month. And I think it's here to show everyone that Pisces season is going to bring a lot of emotion. These cups, each of these cups symbolize a different feeling, a different offer from someone or something. And that's probably why a lot of my readings are starting out with emotional intelligence, because it's a very important time. Like, listen, before, all last year and all this year so far, it was fine for us to be all over the place emotionally. But now that it's Pisces season, we have got to not be distracted. Oh, no more distraction, Leo. Because the more distracted you are, the longer energies like this can be in your life. The longer energies like this can be in your life. And you don't have time for that because you have worldly decisions to make. You have worldly decisions to make. The sun is coming out for you. This is, here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Alright? Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Love that song. Love this card. You're ruled by the sun. This is prosperity. This is the positivity, warmth, and light. And it's funny because it's shining down on you during a battle that you've been battling with yourself. This is the final battle for you. And you got the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. So I'm seeing here that Yeah, Leo, look at all these battling energies. Look at all these battling energies. Like, and it could happen, it might be with a certain Two of Cups. Like this, look at your Lion up there. You've intertwined yourself emotionally with another person. And if this person is toxic for you, then it's time for you to take your cup back, because this relationship could be distracting you. This relationship could be a heavy burden for you. This relationship could have a lot of energies going all over the place when really you just need to be sound. You know, I don't like these energies together. This is horrible. No wonder the sun is shining on all of this, so that you can literally be very fucking clear about who's taking from you, sneaky cheating behavior, arguing, literally anxiety up at night, crying. Leo, this is dark and it's mental. A lot of mental games going on here. A lot of battling in the Tower. Moving in quick. You see that Eight of Wands back there? The Tower moving in very quickly. The truth, a message of truth coming in very fast. And then there's the King of Wands here. In the work, this is the work that you need to do as this King of Wands back here. Now Spirit just revealed everything that you're going through under the surface. No wonder there's a lot of emotion. This is a hell of a distraction you got going on there, Leo. Some of you are dealing with that kind of energy, you know, and there is the Tower coming in pretty fast of spiritual truth, a battle, the battle to become clear, you know. And it's interesting, this union that you've got going on, some of you are, you know, it's up to you guys. I don't know if this is something, maybe this is something interfering with your relationship, because I always feel third parties strongly with Leo for some reason. Now there was a message over here that I wanted to talk to you about, because we have the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So you just want to be grounded. You're really focused on your coin. You're really trying to be successful, especially with all this energy really uplifting you. But there's the single energy over here too, the Nine of Pentacles, being on your own, being single and abundant on your own. So I do feel the need to tell some of you that there's a certain partnership. Well, those of you who are in toxic relationships, if you're in a good relationship, you're fine. But if you're in a toxic relationship, the universe is going to come in very quickly to change that. You know, it's funny, but there's a king and a queen in this card here, and their castle is being blown to bits by the universe. See that electric bolt coming from the sky? Because when you stay in a situation for too long that is toxic for you, the universe loves you. People don't know that, but the universe loves you unconditionally. And when you're sad and when you're up crying at nighttime, when you feel like this is just a big old battle and a burden and a distraction, when you feel manipulative or manipulated, then, you know, Leo, you have such a big heart. So you will stay in a situation like this for a long time, or a situation like this for a long time, or a situation like this for a long time. Or the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Come on now. A lot of heaviness. A lot of betray. I don't know where this is happening at in your guys' life, but it's showing up, and there's a bunch of arguing, and it's time to get these energies calmer and straightforward, because Leo, you will stay in that situation until the universe comes in and removes you from it, because you love with your heart. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to clarify this Devil for you. That's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to clarify the meaning of what exactly this Devil, distracting, toxic, manipulative energy is for Leo. Okay? I'm going to leave your card out too, because I believe Leo is dealing with it. I want to separate you guys. So, Spirit, the Devil card came out for the Leo reading, and I would like to know if there's anything more that you could say about this Devil energy to clarify what it is that this Devil energy is for them. Okay. Well, alright. It's definitely a relationship. It's definitely arguing that's going on, because we have the Five of Wands again. Very fiery, arguing, possibly even physical violence. And it's okay, because that's all about to change. All about to change. You just have to see see it from a different perspective. Because listen, Leo, we've got the world and the Wheel of Fortune, okay? But you know, all that arguing is about to change. But see, the Devil card here is being validated. These are the 4 cards that came out because of the Devil card. So some of you really just want to be single. Some of you really just want to be single right now. And it's because you'd rather be single than in a toxic union. Okay, so it's interesting that this Devil card, I'm going to put you right over here, Leo. So let's just lay these cards out. Okay, there's a toxic situation that you're being asked to break free from. So there's a single energy, and also you're intertwined, like when you just want to be single or something. You feel trapped in a relationship. And that's why this toxic devil is here for you, because you are abundant on your own. And you want to share this abundance with another person. But for some of you, you're going to either attract a very manipulative energy. You got to be careful with that, Leo, because you guys have really big hearts. So if I'd rather be, this is a single, and literally the card of single and the card of being in a relationship. And then this Lion here. So if you're going to intertwine your emotions with someone at the end of this journey, please make sure it's with someone whose cup looks just like yours. You don't want to let this person distract you, make you think that they have a full cup. Leo, you have a full cup. Don't attract a bitch or a really mean person whose cup, it looks pretty good, but is actually filled with poison, or not filled at all with anything to offer you. Make sure you're getting what you deserve, because this is coming up as your energy. You're like either wanting to be single, or you feel single when you're in a relationship, and so it's really making you sad. But the sun came out again. Here comes the sun, doo-doo, Leo. Here comes the sun, it's okay. Because the sun is going to shine on a certain decision that you have to make. You have the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands. So you have a decision to make about a relationship, okay? And the sun is giving you the awareness that you need. That this is literally the sun trying to tell you that you're okay on your own, Leo. You don't need to be in a toxic relationship. I would rather be alone than in an energy like this. So you have to make a decision. If this is a karmic partner or a twin flame, it's going to be really hard to leave them. Trust me, I get it. But it's better to allow the sun to show you what's really true and authentic. It might be authentic for you. It's way more authentic for you to be this energy. Single and abundant. And no one telling you what to do. Nobody manipulating you. It's better to be alone than with bad company. Okay, Leo? So, I'm going to take all these energies, and I'm going to put some healing energies on top of the Devil card for you, just like I did Cancer. Because I want you to receive the power to break chains with anything that is toxic for you. Anything that is, you know, holding you back or manipulating you. Because I know that when we spend time with certain energies like this, it can seem as if we have no other option. But Leo, we do. You do. And I'm putting these are stones that I use often to heal. And I wanted to share that with some of the signs this month that I felt really needed it. And you're one of them, Leo. When this Devil card comes up, oh, I'm healing. I don't know if you're dealing with a Capricorn or if you're just dealing with a very manipulative, emotionally cold person. But Pisces Priestess has given you, you know, the best that I can when it comes to these unions. Or when it comes to these chains, okay? You have these rocks here to heal the heart, to heal in a clear way, to ground yourself mentally and emotionally and passionately, okay? So that was your reading for February, Leo. And I knew that there'd be some kind of hard emotions coming up for you guys. And I do hope that this was helpful and relatable to you guys. If you didn't like how all over the place this reading might have seemed, then I want to remind you that in March I'll be going back to a bit more of a structured way of reading. But it's Pisces season, and the messages are just coming out all over the place, and I just wanted to work for spirit. So if any of you would like a personal reading, my information is listed below. I have all my social media and my email if any of you would like to speak to me on a more personal level. I have my PayPal available for any donations, which I so appreciate. I've received a couple of donations and I'm just completely moved. So thank you so much for all your donations and all your likes and subscribes, Leo. I look forward to talking to you guys on a more personal level. I would love talking with Leo, talking a bit more about the North Node and how much that really is impacting your life. So go ahead and check out the description box for any of those options to reach me on a more personal level. Okay, Leo? I wish you all the best. I wish you a very happy Valentine's Day and a great eclipse in Aquarius and a happy Pisces season. I'll talk to you guys in March.